The Silent Bond. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills, lived a man named Elric. He was a solitary figure, a blacksmith by trade, who spent his days forging tools and crafting weapons for the townsfolk. Though respected for his craft, Elric was known for his quiet demeanor and his preference for solitude. One winter evening, as Elric returned from the forest with firewood, he noticed a bundle near the edge of the woods. Curious, he approached and discovered a tiny, injured fox pup. Its fur was matted with blood, and it shivered uncontrollably in the biting cold. Without a second thought, Elric scooped up the fragile creature and carried it back to his forge. He gently cleaned its wounds and wrapped it in a warm blanket by the fire. Over the weeks that followed, Elric nursed the fox back to health, feeding it scraps of meat and speaking to it in a soft voice that few in the village had ever heard. The fox, whom he named Ember, became Elric's constant companion. It followed him everywhere, from the forge to the forest, and even to the marketplace. The villagers marveled at the sight of the once reclusive blacksmith with his fiery little shadow. As time passed, strange things began to happen. Tools that Elric misplaced reappeared in odd places, fires at the forge rekindled themselves when they went out, and the crops in his small garden flourished, even during droughts. Rumors spread that Ember was no ordinary fox, but a magical creature, perhaps a forest spirit in disguise. One day, a neighboring village sent word of a band of marauders heading their way. The villagers pleaded with Elric to craft weapons to defend themselves. As he worked tirelessly, Ember seemed more watchful than ever, its umber eyes gleaming with an uncanny light. When the marauders finally arrived, the villagers stood ready with the weapons Elric had forged. But before a single blow could be struck, Ember leapt into the fray. In a flash of light, the small fox transformed into a towering creature of flame and shadow, its growls echoing like thunder. The marauders fled in terror, leaving the village untouched. After that day, Ember returned to its usual form, and life in the village went on. But Elric and the villagers now saw the world differently, knowing that bonds of kindness could forge the most extraordinary alliances. Elric's solitude gave way to connection, and his once quiet life became one of warmth and wonder, all thanks to the little fox who chose to stay by his side.